Seniors, there are 3 vegetables you should never touch, and 3 you must eat to live a long life. Did you know that a single plate of vegetables, which seems healthy on your dinner table, could be silently damaging your liver, kidneys, and even your heart? I have met many seniors who eat very carefully, avoiding fatty meats and eating more greens. Yet, they still suffer from liver pain, fatigue, low blood pressure, and end up in the hospital unexpectedly. They thought it was just old age. But it turned out to be from accidentally eating dangerous vegetables without even knowing it. Worse yet, some very common vegetables, found everywhere from farmers' markets to large supermarkets, contain natural toxins. These can easily cause poisoning, blood sugar problems, and memory decline if eaten regularly at our age. But the good news is, if you clearly know the 3 types of vegetables you should never touch, and, on the other hand, know the 3 types you should eat regularly each week, then living to 90 or 100 is no longer a distant dream. Right now, I will share the details in today's video. Please watch until the end so you don't miss any important information. The first vegetable to avoid: fresh bamboo shoots, the hidden threat that destroys your liver, kidneys, and lifespan. If you are quietly adding fresh bamboo shoots to your meals each week, this might be the most serious health mistake a senior can make. Because although bamboo shoots are a popular, rustic dish from the countryside to the city, they are actually a hidden danger. They are a silent destroyer, day by day, ravaging your liver, ruining your kidneys, and shortening your life. Fresh bamboo shoots contain a large amount of natural cyanide. When this substance enters the body, it converts into hydrogen cyanide, an extremely potent toxin. The liver, already aging, is forced to work overtime to eliminate this poison. Because of this overload, the liver gradually becomes damaged, leading to toxic hepatitis, high liver enzymes, and reduced detoxification function. Even more frightening, the kidneys also become the next victim. In an older person's body, where filtering function is already weak, the added pressure from the toxins in bamboo shoots can quietly lead to kidney failure. Symptoms may include frequent nighttime urination, tired knees, swollen legs, and persistent dizziness. It doesn't stop there. This toxin also attacks the nervous system, making you feel headaches or dizziness after eating. Some might think it's a change in weather or fluctuating blood pressure. But it's actually the poison from the bamboo shoot soup you had yesterday, slowly seeping into your blood. If eaten incorrectly, bamboo shoots are like a slow poison, shortening your life day by day without any warning. It not only erodes the liver and drains the kidneys, but also gradually erases memory and strength in older adults. It leaves the body feeling worn out, tired, sleepless, and with a loss of appetite. So, what should you do? First, minimize fresh bamboo shoots in your diet as much as possible. If you must use them, you have to soak the shoots in clean water for at least 2 days, then boil and discard the water 2 or 3 times before cooking. Absolutely do not eat bamboo shoots on an empty stomach or while taking medication for blood pressure, liver, or kidney issues. Second, prioritize replacing them with gentle, easily digestible vegetables like spinach, beet greens, or okra, which are good for both your liver and your blood. If you truly care about your health, I hope you will leave a comment under this video. From now on, I will avoid fresh bamboo shoots to protect my liver and kidneys. This is not just a promise to yourself, but also a powerful warning to others. Health is not something you can gamble with. Today, it's a small dish of bamboo shoots, but tomorrow it could be a major complication. Don't wait until it's too late to be startled and look back. The second vegetable to never touch: rhubarb leaves, the two-faced plant that can cause kidney failure and energy drain. Many people know rhubarb stalks are delicious in pies, but very few know that its leaves are a two-faced danger. If used incorrectly, they can send an older person's health spiraling downward without warning. First and foremost, rhubarb leaves contain a large amount of oxalic acid. When this substance enters the body, it combines with calcium to form calcium oxalate crystals. This is the leading cause of kidney stones. For seniors whose excretory system is already declining, regularly eating foods high in oxalates forces the kidneys to work extra hard to filter them out. This can lead to lower back pain, painful urination, bloody urine, and chronic kidney failure. But it doesn't stop there. The principle extends to other foods too. Even healthy greens like spinach or Swiss chard, if eaten in excessive amounts, can contribute to this oxalate buildup. Furthermore, some of these plants can affect blood sugar. This might seem beneficial for people with diabetes. However, for those already on diabetes medication or for seniors with low blood pressure, certain vegetables can cause a sudden drop in blood sugar. This can lead to dizziness, shaky limbs, cold sweats, and even loss of consciousness if not treated promptly. Additionally, some of these greens have a cooling effect on the body. If eaten raw or in large quantities, they can easily cause an upset stomach, diarrhea, and digestive disorders. This is especially dangerous for seniors with a weak digestive system or who often experience stomach pain and indigestion. You could say that in this case, the vegetable is no longer a cooling food, but has become a silent troublemaker in the body. It quietly saps your strength, hitting the exact weak points of older adults: weak kidneys, unstable blood sugar, and a declining immune system. Therefore, it's best for seniors to be very cautious with vegetables known to be high in oxalates, like rhubarb leaves. If you want to consume them, it should be with guidance from a doctor or a nutritionist. And absolutely do not consume them alongside medications for diabetes or blood pressure without consulting your doctor. If you once thought all greens were harmless, I invite you to leave a comment right now. I now understand the risks. A simple line of text, but it could be the turning point that changes how you live, how you eat, and how you protect your own longevity. The third vegetable to never touch: concentrated celery juice, the healthy disguise that quietly causes low blood pressure, electrolyte imbalance, and lasting fatigue. Celery has long been a favorite food in many family meals. It's used in stir-fries with beef, in soups with meatballs, and even juiced, with the belief that it's good for the liver and has diuretic properties. But for seniors, this seemingly gentle vegetable holds many potential health risks, especially when consumed frequently or in concentrated forms like juice. The first point to mention is celery's strong diuretic effect. When it enters the body, celery stimulates the kidneys to excrete more water. This sounds good, but it actually leads to a rapid loss of essential minerals, especially potassium and sodium, which are crucial for heart and muscle function. This can easily lead to a state of fatigue, shaky limbs, muscle cramps, and an irregular heartbeat. For older adults, an electrolyte imbalance can also lead to a dangerous drop in blood pressure and dizziness. Not only that, celery has a natural ability to relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure. In young, healthy people, this might be a good thing. But for those already taking blood pressure medication or who naturally have low blood pressure, consuming celery juice can cause blood pressure to drop uncontrollably. This can lead to dizziness, lightheadedness, unsteadiness, and even fainting if water and sugar are not replenished in time. Furthermore, celery also contains certain potent bioactive compounds. When consumed regularly, especially in large amounts like in daily juicing, they can interact with medications for blood pressure, heart conditions, or diuretics, causing the drug's effects to become unpredictable and hard to manage. Therefore, for seniors, it is best to use celery, especially celery juice, very sparingly. Don't consume it for many days in a row. Don't have it on an empty stomach, and especially do not use it if you are being treated for high blood pressure or kidney failure. If you once thought celery was a harmless vegetable, perhaps today you have a different perspective. And if you find this warning useful, please leave a comment. I will be more careful with celery to protect my blood pressure and my heart. Because sometimes, the things we think are benign are the very things silently making us weaker day by day. So, you have just gone through 3 types of vegetables that seem harmless, but are silent enemies to your liver, kidneys, blood pressure, and overall health in your later years. Eating them incorrectly not only weakens the body, but also brings a host of unpredictable consequences. But don't worry, nature has also gifted us with some extremely precious vegetables. They help detoxify the liver, nourish the kidneys, improve blood circulation, boost immunity, and rejuvenate the entire body if consumed regularly. Next, I will introduce 3 golden vegetables for seniors. The more regularly you eat them, the longer and healthier you will live each day. The first must-eat vegetable for seniors to live long: beets, the natural miracle drug that helps filter the liver, build blood, and prevent premature aging. Among the countless seasonal vegetables, beets are one of the special health gifts that nature has bestowed upon seniors. This is not just a cool, easy-to-eat vegetable, but it also contains many precious nutrients that help protect the liver, improve blood circulation, support the heart, and slow down the aging process. The most outstanding feature of beets is their abundant content of iron and folate. These 2 micronutrients are extremely important for blood formation, especially in older adults who often suffer from anemia, dizziness, and lightheadedness. By eating beets regularly, the red blood cell count improves, helping you feel more alert, have a better appetite, and significantly reduce chronic fatigue. Not only that, beets also contain betaine, the pigment that creates their natural reddish-purple color. It is also a powerful antioxidant that can protect liver cells from damage and support the detoxification process, removing toxins accumulated in the liver over time from age and medications. As a result, the liver can breathe more easily and operate more effectively. Another plus is that beets have a cooling property, helping to regulate blood pressure, act as a mild diuretic, reduce inflammation, and support good digestion. For seniors who are prone to internal heat, constipation, and bloating, eating beets 2 or 3 times a week will show a noticeable improvement. Beets are also a wonderful companion for your skin and bones. Thanks to their calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K content, beets help strengthen bones, reduce knee pain, and prevent osteoporosis, a common problem in old age. They are simple to prepare. You can roast them, add them to soups, or toss them in a salad. Try to avoid overcooking to preserve their color and nutrients. If you haven't paid much attention to beets before, now is the time to add them to your weekly menu. And if you find this information useful, please leave a comment to remind yourself, I will eat beets to build my blood, cool my liver, and live a longer, healthier life each day. The second must-eat vegetable for seniors to live long: okra, the green shield that protects the digestive tract, reduces cholesterol, cools the liver, and prevents strokes. If there's one vegetable that is both common and easy to grow and can help detoxify the liver, regulate blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and prevent constipation, it has to be okra. This vegetable, which seems all too familiar, holds more value than you might have ever thought. Okra has a cooling property and a mild, slightly sweet taste. When you eat it, it brings a refreshing, light feeling to your stomach. Notably, it contains a very high amount of natural mucilage. This is the very shield that protects your digestive tract from inflammation, irritation, and also acts as an effective laxative. For seniors who are prone to constipation, eating okra 2 or 3 times a week will help make bowel movements easier, reduce bloating, and limit the need for laxatives that can cause fatigue. It doesn't stop there. Okra also contains plenty of vitamins A and C, iron, calcium, and magnesium. These help heal liver damage, improve blood filtration, and also support the reduction of fat in the blood thanks to its ability to lower cholesterol and stabilize blood pressure. Okra also contributes to preventing atherosclerosis, the leading cause of strokes in older adults. Another big advantage is that okra is very easy to digest and doesn't cause internal heat, making it suitable for seniors with weak digestive systems or poor appetite. Just a bowl of okra soup or simply steamed okra dipped in a little soy sauce is enough to cool the gut, cleanse the liver, help you sleep well, and reduce issues like mouth sores or heat rash on hot days. Okra is also very good for the skin and the excretory system due to its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It helps reduce mild joint inflammation, cools the liver, and flushes out toxins through urination. Although it's a healthy vegetable, you should still eat it in moderation, about 2 to 3 times a week, and cook it until it's just tender to retain its precious nutrients. If you used to overlook okra, from now on, consider it a companion that helps purify your body and protect your health in old age. And if you agree, you can leave a commitment in the comments. I will eat okra for a cool liver, easy digestion, and to prevent stroke. The third must-eat vegetable for seniors to live long: spinach, the silent guardian of your heart, memory, and skeletal system. As we get older, our bodies weaken, our hearts tire easily, our memory declines, and our bones and joints ache. But fortunately, nature has given seniors a vegetable that can supply essential nutrients, provide powerful antioxidants, and offer comprehensive support for the circulatory, nervous, and musculoskeletal systems. That vegetable is spinach. Spinach has an extremely high content of iron, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K. These are all top-tier nutrients that help improve blood circulation, stabilize blood pressure, and prevent coronary artery spasms, which cause chest pain and heart attacks in the elderly. The potassium in spinach helps maintain a regular heartbeat and reduces pressure on artery walls, naturally preventing complications from high blood pressure. Not only that, this vegetable is also golden food for the brain. The folate and B vitamins in spinach help maintain the function of the nervous system, improve memory, and reduce the risk of age-related cognitive decline. Many studies have shown that people who eat spinach 3 to 4 times a week have better memory and stay sharper for longer than those who don't. Spinach also helps protect your bones and joints, thanks to its natural vitamin K1 and calcium. These help increase bone density, reducing the risk of fractures and osteoporosis. For older adults who often suffer from backaches and tired knees, spinach is a gentle medicine that helps strengthen bones from the inside out. It's very versatile to use. You can sauté it with garlic, cook it in a soup with minced meat, or mix it in a salad with olive oil. However, you should avoid overcooking it so you don't lose the heat-sensitive vitamins B and C. Spinach is not just a vegetable, it's a silent guardian for your health in old age. It protects everything from your blood vessels to your memory, from your heart to your bones. And if you think this is worth remembering, you can leave a reminder for yourself. I will eat spinach for a healthy heart, a sharp mind, and a longer life. So, we have just identified 3 types of vegetables you should absolutely avoid at this age, and 3 types you should eat regularly every week. This will help keep your liver healthy, your kidneys in good shape, your blood vessels clear, your memory sharp, and your body rejuvenated day by day. Vegetables may seem simple, but if you understand them correctly and use them correctly, they are a natural medicine that can help you live a long life without relying on medications. If you find the information in this video useful and meaningful, please hit the like button and share it immediately with your relatives and friends. This way, everyone can learn how to eat vegetables correctly to avoid illness, live healthily, and enjoy life with their children and grandchildren every day. You see, we think of vegetables as medicine, but not all vegetables are harmless. But the story of vegetables doesn't end here. Because with just one mistake in how you cook them, even the best vegetables can turn into a silent poison. It can destroy your liver, harm your heart, disrupt your blood pressure, and cause persistent fatigue. Next, I will delve into the 3 most common wrong ways of cooking vegetables that many seniors are guilty of. And it is from these seemingly harmless habits that our internal organs are gradually worn down without us ever knowing. You may eat vegetables every day, but if you prepare them incorrectly, those same greens can become a slow poison for your liver, heart, and blood. I have met many people who complain, I eat nothing but vegetables, so why am I still tired, my liver weak, and my blood pressure unstable? The root of the problem lies in these 3 mistakes. The first mistake when cooking vegetables: sautéing with too much oil and salt, a dull knife silently damaging the heart and liver of seniors. One of the most common mistakes in the daily meals of many families, especially for older adults, is the habit of stir-frying vegetables with too much oil and seasoning them heavily with salt or bouillon powder. You might think it makes the dish more fragrant, flavorful, and easier to swallow. But in reality, this cooking method is silently destroying your cardiovascular system, liver, and digestive system day by day. First, greens have a characteristic of absorbing oil very quickly and strongly. When sautéed with a lot of oil, the vegetables become soaked in saturated fat, increasing the burden on the liver. This organ has to constantly process and metabolize that amount of oil. For young people with a healthy liver, it might be manageable. But for seniors over 60, whose liver function has already started to decline, consuming too much oil from stir-fried vegetables is the very factor that can cause high liver enzymes, fatty liver disease, and a weakened immune system. Second, when too much salt and seasoning powder are added during stir-frying, the amount of sodium accumulates in the blood. This leads to high blood pressure, water retention, and an increased risk of stroke. This is especially true for people who are taking medication for blood pressure or heart conditions. Eating overly salty stir-fried vegetables can disrupt blood pressure even more, making the body feel tired, dizzy, and causing an abnormally fast heartbeat. In addition, green vegetables contain many heat-sensitive vitamins, especially vitamins C and B1. When you stir-fry vegetables for too long to make them soft and absorb a lot of seasoning, most of the vitamins are destroyed. This makes the vegetable dish nutritionally pointless, leaving only oil, salt, and empty fiber. What is the solution? You should sauté vegetables with just enough oil, only a small spoonful for a plate of vegetables. And reduce the amount of salt, replacing it with a little fish sauce or plain meat broth. When stir-frying, you should toss it quickly over high heat for 1 to 2 minutes. This helps the vegetables to be just cooked while retaining their green color, crispness, and nutrients. If you used to think that stir-frying vegetables with a lot of oil makes them softer and easier to eat, now is the time to change. And if you realize you've made this mistake, please leave a comment to remind yourself. From now on, I will sauté vegetables with less oil and salt to protect my liver and my heart. Because it's the small things in our meals that build the foundation for a long and healthy life. The second mistake when cooking vegetables, overboiling them and then throwing away the water, the silent culprit that steals your resistance and vitality in old age. In many homes, a familiar sight at every meal is a plate of vegetables boiled until they are mushy and have turned a yellowish color. Alongside that is a pot of cooking water that is thrown away without a second thought. Few people know that this is not just a waste, but also a mistake that is silently robbing seniors of their immune defenses and draining their vitality. Green vegetables, when cooked correctly, are a wonderful source of nutrition. But if they are boiled for too long, vitamins in the vegetables like C, B1, and B6 are almost completely destroyed. These precious nutrients, instead of entering the body to nourish cells, dissolve into the water and are washed down the sink. The sad thing is that many people still think they are eating healthily, when in fact they are consuming a plate of vegetables that has lost all its life force. Not only are the vitamins lost, but the fresh green color and natural enzymes in the vegetables are also destroyed when cooked for too long. A plate of overcooked vegetables may look soft and easy to eat, but it is just the husk of a vegetable, no longer able to restore energy, boost immunity, or protect cells as you might think. More seriously, the vegetable water, the part that is concentrated with water-soluble minerals like potassium, magnesium, and antioxidants, is often thrown away. This is the very soul of the vegetable dish. Every time you pour out that pot of water, you are silently discarding the protective layer for your blood vessels, your blood pressure, and your memory. Instead of boiling vegetables until they are mushy, you should change your habit. You should only blanch the vegetables in boiling water for 1 or 2 minutes, then immediately remove them to keep their green color and crispness. Especially, you should keep the vegetable water to use as a light soup after the meal. Or you can add a few slices of ginger and drink it in the afternoon to cleanse the liver, cool the body, and replenish nutrients. Health in old age doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from a properly boiled pot of vegetables, from every drop of vegetable water that is saved. And if you've made this common mistake, please leave a reminder for yourself. I will save the vegetable water because it is the most precious part for my health. Because sometimes, the thing we think we should throw away is exactly what our body needs most to live long and well. The third mistake when preparing vegetables: eating raw vegetables without washing them thoroughly or soaking them in salt, the silent door opening for parasites, bacteria, and chronic diseases to flood in. In the minds of many seniors, raw vegetables are a refreshing, delicious dish that retains natural nutrients and is good for digestion. But what few people want to face is that raw vegetables, if not washed thoroughly and soaked properly in salt water, are like an invitation for an army of bacteria, parasites, and chemicals to invade the body. Raw vegetables, especially types like lettuce, fresh herbs, and watercress, are often grown in damp places near ponds and lakes. They easily pick up dirt, fertilizer, and even pesticides. On the outside, they may look clean, but hidden deep within the crevices of the leaves and stems is the ideal habitat for worm eggs, intestinal parasites, and bacteria that cause digestive diseases. Seniors, in particular, have a weakened immune system and reduced stomach acid, making them very susceptible to worm infections, diarrhea, digestive disorders, and chronic colitis after just a few times of eating unsafe raw vegetables. Many people eat raw vegetables and then experience bloating, gas, or mild diarrhea. They might think it's because of some unfamiliar food, but it's actually due to pathogens in the raw vegetables that were not handled correctly. It doesn't just stop at the gut. Bacteria from raw vegetables can also travel through the bloodstream, causing liver inflammation, blood infections, or an increase in liver enzymes. This is especially dangerous if you have underlying health conditions or are taking medication. To minimize the risk as much as possible, raw vegetables need to be handled carefully. Wash each leaf under strong running water. Soak them in a light saltwater or diluted vinegar solution for at least 15 minutes. Then, rinse them again with clean water one more time. You shouldn't just rinse them superficially for the sake of it before bringing them to the table, because just one small mistake can lead to a month of medical treatment. If you truly value your health, you need to be firm with the habit of being careless in your food preparation. And if you find that you have made this mistake, please leave a reminder in the comments. I will wash raw vegetables thoroughly and soak them in salt to protect my gut and my liver. Because health in our later years does not allow us to take seemingly small things lightly. A small gap in a basket of vegetables can sometimes be the cause of a major illness in the body. Dear friends, we have just reviewed 3 very common, but also very dangerous, mistakes in preparing our daily vegetables. Things that seem small, like sautéing with too much oil, boiling vegetables and throwing away the water, or eating raw vegetables that haven't been washed properly, are the silent reasons why our livers weaken, our hearts tire, our digestive systems are disrupted, and our health declines without stopping as the years go by. In old age, no one wants to depend on medicine, hospitals, or emergency room visits for things that are completely preventable. And no one wants to see their loved ones lose their strength just because of a poorly prepared plate of vegetables. Therefore, if you find this content practical and meaningful, please hit the like button on the video and share it immediately with your friends and relatives, especially those who are over 50. Knowing one thing early can help prevent one disease. But that's not all, folks. Because even if you have chosen the right vegetables and cooked them the right way, if you eat them at the wrong time, in the wrong combinations, or eat too much of just one type of vegetable, your body still cannot absorb all the nutrients. It can even have the opposite effect. Next, I will share with you 3 golden rules for eating vegetables. They not only help improve blood circulation and nourish the liver and kidneys, but also help strengthen bones, keep the mind sharp, and extend your lifespan naturally, without medicine. The first principle of eating vegetables: eat them at lunch or in the afternoon, the right time for the body to absorb them like a tonic. One of the most important principles, yet one that few people pay attention to, is the time of day you eat vegetables. It's not just about eating a lot of vegetables, it's about when you eat them so that your body can fully absorb their nutritional value. This is especially important for older adults. And according to many modern nutrition studies, lunchtime and the early afternoon are the golden hours for the body to digest green vegetables most effectively. Why lunch and afternoon? At this time, the digestive system is operating steadily. Digestive enzymes and gastric juices are secreted regularly, helping the body easily absorb water-soluble vitamins like B1, B6, and C, as well as minerals like iron, magnesium, and potassium found in greens. Not only that, eating vegetables at lunchtime also helps to slow down the absorption of carbohydrates and lower blood sugar after a meal. It helps regulate blood fats, which is especially beneficial for seniors with diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol. What about in the evening? In fact, many seniors have a habit of eating a lot of vegetables at dinner, thinking it's light on the stomach and helps with sleep. But this is a notion that needs to be adjusted. In the evening, the stomach and digestive system slow down. Eating too much fiber at this time can easily cause gas, bloating, difficulty sleeping, and nighttime bowel movements. This can disrupt the biological clock and sleep patterns of older adults. Therefore, you should prioritize eating a lot of vegetables at lunch. It helps you feel full longer and allows for optimal nutrient absorption. In the evening, you should only eat a small amount of boiled or soft-cooked vegetables that are easy to digest. If you realize you've been eating vegetables at the wrong time without knowing it, now is the time to change. And to remember it better, please leave a sentence to remind yourself in the comments. From now on, I will eat vegetables at lunchtime to absorb them better and live healthier. Because when you eat at the right time, every vegetable dish is no longer a side dish, but becomes a natural health tonic that helps your body recover and live longer each day. The second principle of eating vegetables: combine them with healthy fats, the key to helping your body fully absorb precious vitamins. Many of you might think that the plainer and more oil-free your vegetables are, the better. That's partly true, but if you completely eliminate fat when eating vegetables, you inadvertently slam the door on absorbing some incredibly important vitamins for old age. These are especially vitamins A, D, E, and K. These are fat-soluble vitamins that can only be fully absorbed by the body when there is fat to go with them. A classic example is a dish of boiled vegetables. It looks very healthy, but if you don't dip it in something like a tahini dressing or eat it with a food that contains healthy fats, the precious vitamins in the greens will pass through your digestive system without ever entering your bloodstream. This leads to a deficiency in micronutrients essential for your eyes, bones, heart, and immune system. This is especially true for seniors, whose absorption is already less efficient than that of younger people. What are healthy fats? It's not about oil that's been used for frying over and over or the fat from bacon. It's about pure vegetable oils like olive oil, sesame oil, and soybean oil. Or the natural fats from avocados, fatty fish, and nuts like walnuts, almonds, or black sesame seeds. These fats not only help transport vitamins into the bloodstream, but also help reduce bad cholesterol, clean artery walls, and stabilize blood pressure. You can combine them very simply. Dip boiled vegetables in a tahini dressing mixed with a little light soy sauce. Toss a raw vegetable salad with a few drops of olive oil and some chia seeds. Lightly sauté vegetables in soybean oil, stirring quickly until they are just tender. With just this small change, your body will receive the necessary amount of vitamins, helping to make your bones strong, your eyes bright, your blood circulate well, and your skin glow every day. If you used to think that eating vegetables with no oil at all was the best way, now is the time to adjust. And to remember it better, I invite you to leave a commitment in the comments. I will combine vegetables with healthy fats to absorb all my vitamins and live healthier every day. Because living a long life isn't about eating a lot, but about eating right, eating enough, and eating smart. The third principle of eating vegetables: rotate and eat a wide variety of vegetables throughout the week for complete nutrition, a resilient body, and strong health. A silent but fairly common mistake among many older adults is eating the same few familiar vegetables over and over again, week after week, month after month, or even year after year. They do it out of habit because it's easy to cook and easy to eat. But they forget that each type of vegetable only provides a specific group of vitamins and minerals and cannot replace the others. In reality, if you only stick to a few things like collard greens, bok choy, or spinach, it can easily lead to a nutritional imbalance. You might become deficient in certain substances needed for your eyes, your blood, your nervous system, and your bones. On the other hand, rotating through many different types of vegetables each week will help your body get a diverse range of nutrients. This includes everything from antioxidants and fiber to water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins. For example, beets are rich in iron and folate, which are great for building blood in those with anemia. Spinach is rich in magnesium and vitamin K, which support strong bones. Okra is cooling for the liver and acts as a laxative, helping with constipation, which is good for seniors. Sweet potato leaves help with sleep and have strong antioxidant properties. Broccoli helps prevent cancer and improves memory. Gotu kola helps to cool the body, slightly lower blood pressure, and nourish the liver. If you eat 1 or 2 different types of vegetables each day, changing them with each meal and each week, not only will your meals be more delicious, but your body will also be nourished comprehensively. This will boost your immunity and effectively fight aging. A small suggestion: you can create a vegetable menu for 7 days. For example, Monday, beet green soup and boiled collards. Tuesday, okra soup and spinach sautéed with garlic. Wednesday, soup with morena leaves and meat, and a lettuce salad. Planning like this helps you be proactive and avoid repetition. If you used to eat vegetables out of a monotonous habit, now is the time to make a change to live healthier every day. And to remember it more clearly, please leave a simple but meaningful comment. I will eat a variety of vegetables during the week to get enough nutrients and live a happy, healthy life until old age. Because each vegetable is its own medicine, and rotating them is how you turn your menu into a precious pharmacy for your entire life. Dear friends, we have now completed our journey of discovering the 3 golden rules for eating vegetables. These are seemingly small things, but they have immense power in protecting your liver and kidneys, regulating blood pressure, nourishing your bones and joints, and keeping your memory sharp in your twilight years. Eating vegetables is not just a habit, it is the art of taking care of your health properly. Just by choosing the right time, combining them with healthy fats, and rotating a variety of vegetables throughout the week, you can turn your daily meals into the safest and most sustainable health tonic. If you found today's sharing helpful, please press the like button on the video and share it with your friends and relatives so that everyone can live healthier, happier, and longer together. And don't forget to leave a comment below to let me know that you are still with me here at Live Well, the channel that always brings you the most sincere, relatable, and practical knowledge for the health of seniors. I wish you all great health, much laughter, and peace in every simple vegetable meal, every single day.